Welcome to the future.
Well, I guess I don't need to tell you you're putting yourself at risk.
Now that's a proper introduction.
I'm a temporal agent. We prevent crime before it takes place. You have skills you've never had the chance to use, and I can give you that chance.
News, they're talking about the comet. Yeah. After it passed, people get lost. They would end up in the wrong home. What's the box?
This is one of 12.
We're a world with no single leader. Light him up!
The human species won't disappear from the face of the earth.
Nothing we do here matters.
Whether it's bending the rules of reality or looping through alternate timelines or trying to outrun fate itself, time travel remains one of cinema's most irresistible playgrounds. From cerebral thrillers to high-octane action, filmmakers continue to explore what it means to move through time and what that cost might be. This list spans a range of unforgettable stories featuring standout performances from talents like Snook from Succession fame, whose haunting performance redefines identity through a time paradox. We also have Yeoh, who shows up in a fun time travel movie that isn't everything everywhere all at once. And we also have a sleek high concept chaos brought to life by Joe Carnahan in an endlessly looping action flick. So are you ready to rewind, fast forward, and question everything in between? Well, here are 6 time travel movies that will keep your head spinning and your eyes glued to the screen.
I die every single day. They have an army. All I have is time.
First up on the list, we have Boss Level. So the setup of this movie, we have this guy called Roy who keeps waking up every day to the tune of a group of assassins trying to take him out. And each time he's killed, he wakes up the following morning in the same place, the same time, to endure the same thing over and over again. Therefore, this is a time loop type of story, and the movie unravels the mystery as the story moves along. And it's very inventive and smart with the right balance of action, comedy, and drama. And Roy is played by Frank Grillo, who delivers on the heavy-handed and brutal action. Grillo also brings the heart and sells the action as this Navy SEAL who just got back from overseas. And at the center of it, it's a redemption story about an absentee father and husband trying to right his wrongs while taking on this plethora of assassins. Naomi Watts, who plays his wife, brings a lot of class to the movie, and Joe Carnahan, director of Cop Shop, A-Team, with Liam Neeson and Chris Evans, as well as The Grey, directs this and gives it that punch up that it requires. This movie also has an amazing and awesome soundtrack, and it does leave you with this ambiguous ending, but I think the resolution is satisfactory given the events of the movie. And this is one of those fun time travel movies, and the time element in this is not as exploited as much. It's used for comedic purposes as well as some of the dramatic beats, and therefore plays more like Edge of Tomorrow or Groundhog Day.
Everybody knew about this. He told us. Everybody knew about this except me.
Next up, we have Coherence. This one is going to blow you away. But before that, my analytics showed me that 66% of my audience is not subscribed. So kindly consider hitting that like and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell to let YouTube know that you enjoy what you're watching. So anyway, back to it. So the setup of this is a group of friends meet up for dinner one night at one of their houses, and on this particular night this comet passes over them, and immediately after that strange things begin to happen as the mystery starts to unravel. Now, this is a low budget sci-fi and you'll feel it given the limited location and production value, but I implore you to stick with it because the payoff is well earned. Trust me on this. This is a mind-bending sci-fi thriller that masterfully blends psychological tension, and it's essentially a high-concept premise on a low budget. It's a very gripping dialogue-driven movie that unravels reality in clever and unsettling ways, and it's therefore perfect for fans of cerebral mysteries and minimalist storytelling. And I'm not going to dive too much into it because You're better off going into this with as limited information as possible to fully enjoy the twists and turns and realize how the component of time is woven into the narrative.
Welcome to the future.
Next up, we have The Tomorrow War. Now, this is the most action-packed movie on this list, and it centers around Dan. Now, Dan Forrester is an ex-military soldier seeking employment now that he's shipped back from overseas. And one day, soldiers from the future show up through a portal during a big football game. And they come bearing a morbid message from the future about the fate of humanity. So, they have to recruit soldiers from the present time and transport them into the future to fight this war for them or with them. And in this instance, they don't really give people much of a choice. It's implied that any able people are forcefully enlisted to go and fight this war, and Dan happens to be one of them, and he has to leave his wife and daughter behind. Now, this is a fast-paced sci-fi movie with a lot of action, high-stakes battles, time travel twist, and an emotional undertone. While it leans on familiar tropes, it does deliver on solid entertainment with very strong visuals and a heartfelt core about a father-daughter story. And it's really great for fans of blockbuster style alien warfare action movies like Independence Day and whatnot. And Chris Pratt plays Dan, who does a good job and plays off really well against Yvonne Strahovski. And it's one of the most highly recommended action-packed movies that I can recommend. And in as much as the time element twist is not really exploited as much, the writers are clever enough to weave it into the narrative and play it up to some of the twists in the movie.
Time catches up with us all. You're a gift given to the world through a predestination paradox. One thing this job has taught me is that truth is stranger than fiction. You have skills you've never had the chance to use, and I can give you that chance.
Next up, we have Predestination. Now, this is one hell of a mind trip that's masterfully done and probably the best time travel movie on this list. So the setup is we have this notorious bomber who has been terrorizing residents of New York, and law enforcement isn't anywhere close to catching him. Now, there exists a secret bureau that is capable of harnessing time travel and therefore send one of their agents into the past to help uncover the identity of this bomber. And this is the part where the movie kicks off and doesn't let up. So strap in, because it puts you at the edge of your seat, and this is nothing short of genius. So it commands your ultimate attention and concentration, and this is a smart, tightly woven sci-fi thriller that explores themes about identity, time travel, and fate with bold storytelling and a standout performance from Sarah Snook and Ethan Hawke. It's thought-provoking, twisty, and rewards a close attention, and it's a must-watch for fans of time-bending narratives. It also has a very, very, very great score.
More objects have landed around the world.
This is one of 12.
I know why they're here.
What the hell is she doing?
Do trust me.
Finally, number one, we have Arrival. Now, this is directed by Denis Villeneuve, who recently directed the Dune movies, and this was his follow-up to Sicario. And I'd say Arrival is probably his best movie yet. So the setup is one day, 12 pods or 12 alien spaceships appear all over the world in very specific countries and cities, and one of the world's top linguists called Louise, played by Amy Adams, is recruited to establish a form of communication with these vessels. Now, I won't go deep into it because it's better when you go in with as limited information as possible, but it does some very interesting things with the concept of time. Now, this is a very thought-provoking sci-fi movie that blends that emotional depth with intellectual complexity. It explores language, time, and the aspect of human connection through this slow-burning atmospheric narrative. And Amy Adams delivers a standout performance, anchoring the film with empathy and nuance. This movie is very visually stunning. It's very, very beautiful and thematically rich. I found it that it had so many layers to it, and I'd say this is a very rare blend of cerebral science fiction and emotional storytelling. And I highly recommend this for cinephiles, more so because in as much as it doesn't have action, the production value is very on screen. You can clearly tell that a lot of effort and money was put into the production of this movie, but the storytelling, peeling back the layers, unraveling the mystery, and the performances are what make this one of the best time travel movies ever contrived in the space of entertainment. And I won't go into it because this is a very easy movie to spoil, and once it gets you, it hooks you in, you'll be, in as much as it's a bit morbid and grounded, it's very entertaining and it holds your attention for the entire runtime. And it's one of those movies you'll walk away fully satisfied, especially with the resolution and the twists that come throughout the movie. So thank you for joining me for this list. Let me know if you are able to recommend any time travel movies. This is part 2. I did part 1. I'm going to link it down below. If there are any movies you'd recommend about time travel, kindly sound them off below. And yeah, thank you for joining me for this. If you do enjoy these reviews or these recommendation videos, then kindly consider hitting that like and subscribe button, as well as that notification bell, to let YouTube know that you enjoy what you're watching. See you on the next one. Cheers.